Very much.
And it's good to see you again.
Yeah,
well, I would say you were, should I say, off the radar for a very long time after you left government, and then we just started seeing you back again. And, you know, when at the inception of your administration, that of you and Governor Yahaya Bello, expectations were really quite high. You know, you guys were young, you came with so much vigor, but, you know, at the end of the day, people were not, these expectations were short-lived, especially with the whole controversy about management of resources in the state. How would you defend this, that administration against all of these allegations?
Thank you very much for having me. And to start with, you said I've been off the radar.
Indeed.
Yeah, like I said before, it's a period of reflection, rest, getting back with family, spending quality time with loved ones. Having served 8 straight years
in government.
And those 8 years were tasking, and you needed to have some rest. I liken it with the case of David when he went to the cave of Adullam to rejuvenate, reform, and then to get back. So that was the period I needed that rest. And I'm out, and the question you just asked, young people getting into governance, private sector experience, public sector experience, blending together, and then bringing it on the table for the service of our beloved state, Kogi State. We did our very best, to the best of our abilities. We ensured young people got into government, people who would have never been given a shot or a chance at governance. And we reformed the state's civil service. There were lapses, there were issues, but at the end of the day, the Kogi State Civil Service nationwide today would stand as one of the best based on the reforms that were brought upon that civil service and that system. The pension system, all were revolutionized for effectiveness and efficiency. Yes, expectations may differ, perspective may differ. People would have their ideas of how we governed, the style. Like I would always say, time would be the judge of it all. And then when you talked about resource management, I would say every government or public officer has their schedule and job description. I served as chief of staff and I served as deputy governor. When it comes to financial management and resource management, as the case may be, those will be questions for the accountant generals, the commissioner of finance, and those who were saddled with that responsibility. So are
you then saying as deputy governor you were not neck deep involved in decision making, or does that then justify that saying that you know, deputy governors are just like spare tires? You were not particularly involved in policy.
I'm the vice chairman of the State Executive Council while I was the deputy governor, and every project that was brought to the State Executive Council that were approved are physically on ground for Kogites to see and Nigerians to see. They are there as approved by the State Executive Council. But I served, and I'm always available if the authorities want to ask questions on any matters.
Well,